see. Let me see. Okay. Well, hello there. This is Joanna, my space in your place. Glad you could join me with another story for you tonight. Okay, I'm back with another story for you tonight. And I hope you enjoy this story. So let me introduce myself again for those that you didn't get it. This is my space in your place, Joanna, the storytelling channel. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. And before I get started with this story, I kind of like to get you familiar with the characters in the story. You can always send me stories, uh, DM me. You can send me stories in email. You can comment me. That's number one. In the comments, first of all, you go to comments and tell me that you have a story. And I will then give you all the information that you need to get me that story. I would then work with that story until I get it right to present it to my subscribers for their entertainment. So, saying all of this, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm a new channel that I'm growing. I'm trying to grow with your help. And I have been doing it ever since 2020. And but I haven't reached my goal yet. So it's not really easy as you think. But anyway, I count each subscriber as a blessing, and I really am blessed to have my subscribers. Everybody that pressed that subscribe button, I count it as a blessing to me. Um, the reason why I took so long with this story, I was lingering around with that Love and Marriage Huntsville saga. I was trying to get that out of the way so that we could start all over when the new season come in. I hear everybody's coming and moving into Huntsville now, and like I say, I hear that Coleslaw is back in town, moving to Atlanta. I guess that's where they're moving. I heard on the YouTube streets. But anyway, let me get into the story. I hope you enjoyed the story. From the title, the story is okay, dokie. The side chick was a side dude. You can see from the title what this is going to turn out to be. But before I just dive right on into it, let me introduce you to the characters in this story. Okay? Go ahead and thumbs up if you would and subscribe to my channel, please. I count it as a blessing and I hope you enjoy this story. Okay? All right. Let me see if my glasses will work here. Okie dokie. Now, we are talking about a married couple. Hello. Glad to have you. Press the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. I love to have you. I count you as a blessing. Okay, moving right along with the story. Introducing you the characters of the story tonight. It's a married couple, but before they got married, the girl, soon be wife, she said that she was a youth committee worker at the time for her church, and they were having a youth function to recruit members for a new project that was um, that was going on. Um, this project was to that they was doing was geared to assist children that were in shelters, um, children from single parent homes, and that will give the youth assistance and to design to give them some sense of belong, even them being in shelters or living in a one parent household. This church, she said, was a big congregation. That of it had two other uh, campuses besides the main sanctuary. And this event took place on the big parking lot of this main sanctuary church. She said the church that she attends still to this day, um, is very involved with the community, the city. Uh, the girl at the time, not the wife yet, she was in the she would sing in the junior choir because they needed her, but she sang mostly in the adult choir. And at the time, she said she was transitioning to take charge of the whole youth department at the time she met her husband to be. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done, and thanks for your thumbs up. Okay, now, she said that even though she was she was a young adult, she was she said that she was tall and skinny as a rail, and her hair was long past her butt, and she looked childlike for her age, even though she was a sophomore in college in that city. Okay. In this city was one of the biggest, well known universities in the United States. And she lived in the city also. In her congregation, there were a lot of political leaders, and that was their alma mater, that college. She said that she wasn't poor. Okay, now that's her. Now let me introduce you to the husband to be, the boy, the young man. Okay, the young man. He was a junior in this university. Um, He was a political science major, and even though they went to attended the same big college, well-known college, she had never saw him on the campus. Even though they both attended, she had never seen him on the campus. Okay. And it was not out of the norm for people to join this church. I mean, to come and do functions in this church because of the political stature of this big congregation in this city. So it was a lot of influencers there that attended the church and was a part of that congregation. He was from another state and he had gotten an academic scholarship. She says he was nobody's dummy. Okay, I'm way ahead of myself. She said that even that he was just as tall as she was and skinny, but in a masculine way. And he was very handsome. She said he looked like a chocolate candy bar. um, and his teeth were so white, perfect, like the white keys on a piano, on piano keys. She said that he could have been the president of the United States or somebody's senator or governor at that time when she saw him. And that's how she met him because he came by her desk, her table. And they started to talk. Okay. She said when he came by, asked her all about what she was there for, blah, blah, blah. And she he asked her if they could exchange numbers. And she said, sure. And they talked about, oh, I go. That's how she knew what school he went to and everything. So he asked her what would be a good time to call, and he said, "Why don't you call me when you get home and get all comfortable and clean and give me a ring, settle down and shower." That's what she said, and give me a ring then. And she said, "Okay." So anyway, she was very involved in her church. Anyway, she gave him an invitation for that Sunday. It would happen on a Saturday. And he had a prior engagement, so he could not come that Sunday, but he did attend, started to attend her church. Okay, now they started seeing each other on campus by this time a lot. Um, Time had passed where she had started to learn more about him. They was getting very acquainted. Um, and he lived off campus in a little apartment, but she lived with her parents. Like I say, they had no problems with money. They was wealthy, she said. Yeah, very wealthy. Um, and so she still stayed with her parents. So time passed. Every year, her parents and she and her parents would go off to Europe for vacation. And now, when she was going into her junior year and he was graduating, getting ready to graduate from this college, going into what he was doing was internship and working in at the governor's office and stuff like this in this state. and getting, whatever they get for college. He was getting that the internship there for that to go into his further his education. He had to do this. Okay, so in his senior year, after he graduated, like I say, he was doing all the interning. By this time, they had got yummy chummy. You know what? They was like an item. Even the people in their church knew they were an item. Um, and in fact, um, she knew his father. His father knew her. They would FaceTime, and she had taken a trip to the town. Oh, he was raised. That's how she met him. That's how they got to talking when she was saying about the parents single. And he said, "Oh, I can relate to this one because I come from a single parent home." I forgot to tell you that. His mother was killed in an accident when he was in the third grade. And so his father raised him by himself, and she said a good job he did. This guy was so polite and so clean. And by this time had passed. We're talking about time now. Time passed when he had met the grandparents, the parents. They started meeting people in the church and stuff, like that. He had started attending the church and everything, real charming. So let me tell you, he wanted to marry her. So he asked the parents, he called the big thing. She found out later. The grandparents and the parents and her father, all of them of which they knew that um, he was going to ask her to marry him, but he wanted their blessing. He was such a gentleman. And she say she would look at him looking for flaws. She say looking. She would just stand and just look at this man. He was so yummy to her. And she was just looking for flaws. And he was so intelligent. Okay, so what they did was um he the parents, they all was in on this. So they they pretended, like, why don't you invite such a, to go to Europe with us this year. Now, she had been graduated from college by then herself, and he was they had political clout. So they had got him in. One hand washes the other. Her husband had started playing golf. Come to find out, the father even come and started mingling in, and he moved to that city. His father moved. He was a great golfer. He golfed with the dad and all. Okay, so she went. He went with them to Europe. Everybody was in on the proposal. Now, I cannot tell you about the proposal, honey, but she told me, if I tell you about the proposal, she said they would know who she is. So I cannot tell you about this grand proposal. Okay, it was something. She said it was a proposal off the. This man did it up, honey. He would grandfather like that. Oh yes, she said this man. Oh, he was brilliant, well rounded, good manners, all of that. Okay, Okay, I know the story. I have to read upon. I need to pass myself. Okay, so now we get to the proposal, right? And she said yes. Okay, she said yes. Let me take a sip. Mm, lemon tea, lemon herb tea. Okay, just water with lemon in it. But anyway, y'all, who they got married. I can't even tell you. Oh, I can't tell you where they got married. I can't tell you nothing about the wedding. I can't tell you who was there, but let put it like this: on her wedding list, the visitors or the guests, well, people that you know and I know were at her wedding. Yes, people that you know and I know were, and she is a subscriber to our channel, My Space in Your Place. Yes, yes, she is a subscriber. And I count her a blessing to be a subscriber. Okay, now she became pregnant 3 months. She became pregnant 3 months with their first child. 3 months. Yeah, yeah. She became pregnant. Beautiful children. And then she say 3 years later, they welcome the second child. And 7 months later, after her second child was born, yeah, after her second child was born, she didn't know she was pregnant again. As soon as she got well, I guess, because she say uh her baby was 7 months old. And she, by her missing her cycle and stuff, she didn't think nothing of it because her baby, she just she was pregnant, but she had a miscarriage. Yeah, she had a miscarriage. Okay, now I don't want to leave this part out because it's important in the story. She said that the second child, okay, get to the second child. When the second child was born, remember they they like 3 years apart. She was doing very well, and she had taken over her father's um well mm, business. Okay, and because yeah, she did. She took over. She was one of the main characters, and by her having this law degree, she even started a law firm. Now her husband was a government official, put it like that, a government official. And they were doing very, very well. She was already wealthy. They was doing very well. So finances were not a problem. So having this second baby after 3 years was fantastic, even though she lost that baby, it hurt her heart. But financially, they were doing so well. And then she said that, okay, money was an issue. Her and her husband were the best of friends. She said they were lovers. That was the envy of everywhere they went. Both of them was tall, and he was tall, dark, and handsome, flawless. Both of them were skinny, and she still had her long, pretty hair. I'm not going to even tell you what color her hair was, but it was past her butt, and she was skinny as a rail. Right after people was the envy, they was envious because even though she had her babies, she still was skinny as a rail. Yes, like she never had a child. Some people just blessed like that. And by this time, the dad and her dad, his dad, her dad, and the husband, they were golfers. They played golf all the time. They were besties. Then here we go. She said that, okay, hold this a minute. She said that the thing. So after a while, her husband, her buddy, her friend, her lover, her husband that she had been married to ever since she graduated from college, almost like that. And plus, remember, they were lovers before marriage. But in certain things that they might have done for play, but it never was an issue in the relationship or wasn't a part of the fellatio things or whatever they did together. All of a sudden, it became an issue for her to play role play. And she didn't like it so well. Not only did she not like it, she said hurt, and she explained to him that she was having religious convictions. Not only it hurt, and she was having religious conviction. It was against her doctrine. Even being married, you play, you have things. But if your wife tell you something hurts you, and here you done been married how long? And then all of a sudden, and then y'all was courting and dating, and this was not, an issue. But now it's like, he, is taking stuff away if you don't do certain things, and you got to put some of this away and that away. So what the first thing that any woman would think come um that she pushed it back because she never saw or never felt that he had a woman. She just didn't feel like that her husband had a woman. She didn't feel it. And she said maybe being with these older men, on that golf course, even way they work, they talking, and now he's, getting older and in age, he just might, want to try something new. She said so she stuck it in the back of her head till one day, out of the blue, her husband came up and he came home, but he had guests with him. She said that this guy was the opposite of her husband. She said this man could have been anybody, linebacker on a football field team. So he was just as tall as he was big. Mm-mm-mm. He was very fair complected, but they were the same race, and but he had curly hair, nice gray hair. She said was really curly, and he was really neat and edged up. Excuse me, he had a nice mustache, beard. Everything was crisp, just like her husband, real clean. But he was just, such a big guy, and she complimented him on his hair and his neat trim beard. And she had never saw this man in her life. And her husband introduced him as somebody on, I guess, on the job. She said that introduced, yeah, introduced him, but she didn't say that on the job or nothing. Just introduced him like name wise and told him that this was his friend. And then she said that he came to look at the football game. It was a game on, a big game on, and they had a theater room in their home. So they had a huge house now. So they had a theater room, and the husband was such a rush to go in there to look at the game. He left, and then he turned around right quick. She said, like on a dime, and told her, say, "Hey, hon, could you fix us some us now?" Talking about the man. "Could you fix us some snacks and stuff, like get some stuff together and bring us some snacks in, we can have something to munch on?" So she said, he went on in there. And then after a while, uh, the man came back. So she said, "Oh, or what, he forgot something else?" He made a remark like that. And then he said, "No, I just come to tell you that that was so impolite of him." She said, "You don't know me from Adams. We never met. And this is my first time in your home." And then she's back saying that he was looking around. And she kind of liked it, saying, how house look and stuff. And the game hadn't started yet. And then that's when he told her that, I'll help you prepare this, you know, snack or whatever. I'll do it. And so he got on right on in there with her. And then she said she remember telling him, saying, no, no. You go in there and you get him. And you tell him, I say for him to come. You a guest in my home. What you look like standing up here for fixing this snack? You go get. He insisted. The man insisted. He's, "Oh no, I will do it." A matter of fact, I love cooking. I love, and you know what? She said that she didn't give that no thought or nothing like that. She didn't give that no thought, nothing like that. But guess what? Guess what now? Like I said, he kept insisting. She made it a point to tell him, when you drop him off, turn right round and come straight back home. That's what she said she told him when he left. So he did. So, she had that gave her time to clean up and straighten up. You know how we women do. I don't care how rich you are, you can have me. Still, we do. Some of them, you know what I'm saying. But this woman say she tidied her kitchen and stuff like that while he was gone. Honey, baby. By this time she done jumped in the shower and got dressed and everything. She really felt like, getting her groove on with her husband. So then when it was time for them to get the groove on, there her husband is again with that mess. Yeah. She on fours and all this some kind of stuff. And I- she said she even cried and asked him, is this what it then got to now for me to please you? Is this going to be a part of our, you know? So she didn't say nothing to him. She say she did it. She did it. And he really enjoyed it. She said she looked back at his face and she never will forget the look on his face. It was pure pleasure. And she thought to herself, boy, this man got a woman. And he got a one that will let him stick it in every hole that she have. And she doing things and flipping and flopping and doing some of everything that I just cannot do. Do this woman gonna take my husband the way he's carrying on? Yeah, that's what she said she thought. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done it already. Please, I'm trying to build my channel and I need your help to do it. So if you see this video and you like it so far, give me a thumbs up and subscribe and be notified when I upload another video you won't miss. I would love to have you. I count everyone blessings, okay? Let me finish up before my subscribers jump all over me. Okay, you guys, that night, that's when she say, okay, this is going too far now. It was going on to her, I think she said, I want to, it was going on to getting close to their anniversary. And they were going out of the country for their 10th anniversary. And she said that it was so, it had gotten so bad. Look at what I'm saying. The man changed. The man changed. You know, okay, you got a husband and a wife, you know, and he wanted to put it everywhere except where God, meant it for a husband and a wife, you know, to go. So this is a Christian woman now you see. And it was kind of getting to her because she said this is some woman out there somewhere that is really doing it. And this, believe me, her father, and so did she, had enough money to hire a private investigator. And this is what she did. Okay, by the time she had sat down and talked to this private investigator, check this out. Uh, they was getting ready. They had planned their trip to go over to Europe. They had them bought a house over there themselves. Not the parents. They had a home too. Her dad gave them one for oh Leos, honey. So that's something to watch out for. I got a personal story I can tell you about that too myself. Okay, I'll tell you one day. I'll tell you my story, something like that. And so, um, he even started trying to make her cook some. But anyway, that wasn't the thing. It had gotten so until she had started going in the closet, sniffing his clothes, looking at his underwear. She said she was going crazy. Looking for hair or anything that, could get tangled up on his suit, a lipstick or anything. Never did see no lipstick. Then she say, "Oh, I know what they do. They strip down and then make sure they and this. And she really don't want to get him caught. This what it is. She is careful. Oh, I know what it is. She was. Oh, she married too. It just her mind was just go. She didn't want to tell a minister because it would have gotten back to her father, which all of them in like politics, and then she didn't want nothing to happen to her husband's job, and so she hired a private investigator. Yeah, but check this out now. Listen to what I said. This was before they went to Europe. She hired a private investigator. Her husband was still doing stuff. Yeah, still doing stuff. Matter of fact, she said before the vacation that he had taken like a 3 day vacation. Yeah. He had to, that's when she said, this it. This it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. She hired a private investigator and she said that uh right before he went on the 3 day vacation, because they was getting ready to go to Europe, she wanted everything in place for when she got back. The private investigator had some information for her on that trip, but he didn't tell her nothing back. She didn't even tell the private investigator nothing or nothing right there. Uh, she didn't hear from him and she didn't call him. She felt guilty. She said, "Now here, my husband may not even be, this is the devil. This Satan trying to put this in my mind and he messes this is something else here. My husband don't is not having an affair. I haven't found no signs of nothing. I have not, my husband is not having an affair." And this is go, but now this when she got over in Europe, she started feeling really guilty. And guess what she did? She told her husband, yeah. And she told her husband, "Honey, I got a confession to make. And uh you've been acting real funny, So she went through the whole thing. And welcome to the channel. Thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done it already. I'd appreciate it. This is the storytelling channel. Yes, honey. When they went on the thing, she felt guilty and condemned or something, and she confessed to her husband after a good wild round of sex, and he didn't do it no crazy kind. He did it her kind. Loving kind, like, So that's what made her tell. Because he didn't try no freaky deaky stuff, because she had got kind of sick of him doing all of that. He did it the regular way. He just loved her. The 3 weeks they was over there. 3 weeks they was over there. But now 3 weeks he was gone somewhere else. But anyway, he was with her, and that's what all that mattered. So she confessed, but then he must have thought, oh God, when she told him when she had the private investigator, she told this man when, and he like had these shakes. because he knew that what he had done 3 weeks before they even went on the vacation. Okay, that's not it. That's not all, honey. Y'all, guess what happened? When she got back, she she called a private investigator and told him, say, look, I want to call off the private, the private eye stuff. Because, he had gone off somewhere anyway. But when he got back, he contacted her, told me, I'm in town. And she said, oh, I'm glad, I want to call it off. Call it off. And then so he said that, but do you want what I got? So she said, well, what you got? And he said, well, I could bring it over to her set a day. So they had set a time, for him to bring it over. Oh, her office. That's what it was. She said that he said he could bring about an office, and do you ask her, did she have a private place where he could show her the film and stuff? She said, yeah. So you didn't pay for it anyway, so I might as well show, let you see what you paid for. And then she say, I'll pay you for whatever all I owe you. It don't. She found out she was pregnant, y'all. This woman was pregnant. She had got pregnant on her honeymoon. I mean, not her anniversary. On her 10th anniversary, them 3 weeks, she done got pregnant from this man. So then she got 3 kids. And uh, well, then after that, she pregnant, and she even told the private eye man she was pregnant, and that she don't want to know, and all it is that she was pregnant, and they whatever it is, he done straightened out, and they said, "Well, I think you should know, so I'm gonna come by your office." Oh my goodness! So this private eye man came by the office, y'all, and he showed that woman. You know what I told you, where the man, he was from another town? Yeah. And remember I told you that the father had moved to the town where they lived? So that means nobody was there in the town where he grew up. He went back to that town with that man. Yes. And the private eye man went with him. Yes, he did. The private eye man followed them for 3 weeks because they still own that home down there, remember? And there they was, in and out, in and out, in and out. Yeah, for 3 weeks. Oh Lord. This man was with this man. So she thinking all the time that her husband had a woman. Like she said a whorish woman that could take it everywhere but anywhere but in every hole that God made on a woman. She would do it. Oh boy, it was not a woman. It was a dude. And you guys, it was the same dude that came to this woman's house. It was him. It was him. Ah, a big old, tall, professional football player. Can you get to this? He was I told you that, a professional football player. He was. Played for a big time football place. He was that football player. A football player and a government skinny tall man was lovers. And the private, and then she was pregnant. Mm-hmm. And so she was about, I think, like 6 weeks pregnant or something like that. And then she like all she said that she did was when she left there, she was sick, so sick. She said she was throwing up, and she went. Oh Lord, I started to call her, but she went to stay. She left. She went. She got her children, and she went to stay with the grandparents. You know, and before she told her husband, but he suspected something that was wrong. Yeah, yeah. The same man, the football player that was in her kitchen, that was fixing her and told her, and all that was rolling in her mind. It was just fun. The man told her, "Oh, I get it. Like I get it for my man." Can you imagine how she felt? Oh no, I get it for my man, honey. You go on about. He ain't gotta come. You know, she said that she was just feeling that, here my husband is not caring enough, and here this man don't know me, and he must have treated his girlfriend good because he helping me in the kitchen and all this by him in there lazy. You know, no, honey, that was his man in your kitchen. And so when the man showed her all the stuff, he was at work. She said she was throwing up. She was sick. She didn't tell her mom and her dad that she didn't even tell. She just told her grandma. Cause see, her grandmama and them live like somewhere far off, and it's by some water and stuff like way off. And with on a lot of land where she could walk and get her head together with her children can play. But she couldn't tell her grandparents what it was. Mm. He figured out, you know, after he called around. First, he was kind of scared, I guess, because it was a while for because she didn't answer him. She didn't answer him. She said she couldn't. Poor child, she couldn't answer him. And so then what he did, her father still cared for this man. But anyway, to this day, they're like besties. But she said that finally she told her grandparents she was pregnant. And she was sick and curled up there at her grandmama's house and laying out there in the chairs by the ocean and all this. And her dad didn't know where she is, and she had made her grandmama not tell. The man was frantically looking for her because remember, he had been off with this man for 3 weeks prior to them going to Europe. And that's when she confessed that she had hired a president. That's when he knew that she know that it was not a woman, it was a dude. It was not a woman. Now, they wind up did getting a divorce, but you wouldn't believe it, not right away. No, not right away. Mm-mm. They played along and they lived in separate parts of the house. They lived in a freaking mansion. Yeah, yeah, they lived in France. They didn't even have to see each other. She didn't do his laundry. She didn't cook for him. She did nothing. She had nothing to do with him. She say she was living with him, but apart from him. You see how we do? We'll go way out when we for our children. Okay, by them being filthy rich and by him being up where he was, to this day, she did not reveal to the government or the public, us, that her husband had an affair with a man, that he was gay. Is that gay? Bisexual. And yeah, yeah. And then finally after because that was her baby, and they had the baby together, and the baby grew up, and finally she they got a divorce, but they blended it in where that it wouldn't be a scandal. So they had to do that after the parents and her and his father, and all the key players. I think even the minister, of this big. See, this would have brought a scandal on, even to this day. I'm telling you, it would have brought a scandal on the this man was, it have brought a scandal in the news. So she could not tell anyone that all they know that they got divorced. And the baby, she waited till the baby was born and grew up a little bit and made it look good, and this they know they got a divorce. But they got a divorce. Yeah. And they have 3 children together. And they raised their kids together. And the family, it stayed a family secret. Isn't that terrible? I see a lot of new people. I hope you enjoyed the story. I'm Joanna, the storyteller, and I have a storytelling channel, honey. So you better go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love it. I count each subscriber as a blessing. You know that. We're kind of moving slowly. I got a little discouraged this week. I'm not gonna lie, and I had to call on one of my subscribers, um, because you know you feel like you give all your all, but I have to keep doing it. I just gonna have to come more, I guess. And what's for me is for me, you know. But if you want to tell a friend, um, I tell stories, and I'm going to be coming with more stories instead of just one a week. I'm coming. So even if you do not see me advertise, I just put out story coming soon, and just be looking out for it. And if you subscribe to the channel, it will notify you that it's something coming like that. So that's what I'm going to do. Yes. So you guys, that's all for that. Ah, thank you, honey. Thank you so much. That was a blessing for you to do that. That was so sweet. Um, so that's it for the story, but I still got a little bit of time. Did y'all get in on the yeah, you want to talk about the story? Do you want to talk about what we talked about on the other show? We talked about Martell and Melody, how they all coming back to Huntsville now, and then Oriel, then talk about going back to, she moving to Atlanta, they say. Oh, so what happened to the house, Linda? What happened to the big house that's supposed to be? But anyway, honey, yeah, all my new subscribers are here. Yes, yes. Oh, do you want to you can are you a subscriber? The one that asked me the question, what's your name? I can't pronounce it. Bros, Broski, Broski, Broski. If you are a subscriber, if if I only do this for subscribers, so if you ever subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then go into comments, and we will talk about that. But subscribe to my YouTube channel first, and then go into the comments, and then just tell me just what you put there, and we'll talk, okay? But I do that for my subscribers only. That what you just asked. But I will talk to you, okay? But yeah, let's go. I see the crew want to talk about the down low and the telltale signs. So now that ought to let you guys know. Uh, Look out for those telltale signs, you guys. Um, Something like that happened to me. I know it, honey. I know it. I know it will. The Holy Spirit, it tell me. And but I'm still in the flesh when it come down to patience. Patience is a virtue, and Lord knows, oh Lord, I got patience like Job. Now, don't get me wrong, but this YouTube thing is pushing me. It's pushing my patience, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You go like, don't they like me? But just like I said on the one of the videos, God gonna send by the ones that like me. So just don't worry about it, they coming. But the thing of it is, they sent me an email. You got only 366 days for the algorithm. It will kick back everything that I got now if I don't reach a certain amount of like viewing time in 366 days. Can you imagine? They wipe out everything we've done unless I have 1,000 subscribers. Like that, all my watch time will be gone. So it's like I got 366 days. That's what was on that email to get either 4,000 watch time or 1,000. And if you're a subscriber, you can see that we are just like at what 360 something or 40 something. I don't know, but very low, three something. That's a long way from 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So I depend on the watch hours. And if I don't get them by, like I say, in 366 days, you guys, Miss Joanna is back to square one. Yes, that's how it goes. Because they want to know that you want to keep up with it. Lord knows I do. I want to do it so I can go. When I want to go live, I want to go live, honey. Without this streaming and then putting up, I want to go live. I want to be able to carry my camera around. I know it. I know it, honey. I know. Just pray for me. Keep me in prayer. Our whole group, you're part of this family. My space in your place, the story telling channel. So Tell a friend, mention it. They want to hear good stories. Go back and listen at the ones I've already told too, and tell them. And then the ones that are all with the ones that's been here with me for a while, they already caught up. I'm quite sure. Linda, are you caught up with all the stories? Because what I could do is I could go way back and pull some of my stories up. Oh, thank you, Britt. Thank you so much. I could pull some of the stories up. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna keep coming. Because I feel like if I don't come, that I'm doing you unjust. You know what I'm saying? Because you are my people. You're like my family. I look for your names like that, and then I miss one some. So we have a special channel, you know, and I would love to, cut on it, and then I could announce a date, and all my subscribers. Oh, that's another thing that it does. It sync. When I want to go live, it'll sync all my subscribers wherever you are in whatever country, whatever your time zone is. That's what it does. It will sync us, and we'll all be together under one screen like that. That would be so nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, but we have to. Um, I'm not saying be paranoid about your affairs or your relationships, but that's something to think about for the men and the women. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a man that all of a sudden, it happened to me, you guys. Same thing, same thing. Yeah. And the thing of it was, do you know he had the nerve to show up at my husband's funeral, crying and hollering and falling out like a woman? Yeah, it was something. Yeah, but I'm gonna come back, and what I'm gonna do with my next story, I got quite a few stories in the story box, but I think I'm gonna come so I can come to you and just tell you a story, one of my own. Then that way I don't have to listen. Oh, that's what takes me long, you guys. Listening to this story over and over and trying to write it, and then reading it over and over and over. I don't have to just keep looking at it. I could just tell the story. It's more interesting like that. I could, hold the audience. But reading it over and over and over. So that way that I will have the story for you guys. But honey, I'm gonna have a story before Love and Hospital come up. I want to tell you about the side chick, okay? And I will come to you um tomorrow about this time. I'm not going to even announce it. I'm just going to put it out. A story coming tomorrow, like that. You guys know that it's going to be around. Okay, the newcomers. Could you put down the state that you're in so I can see what state you're in? I see Kennedy, Britt. I see it's another one that I can't pronounce, but I see you and just put down when you get time in the comments what state. You can just put your state. You can put your city. Cause honey, look, when all this virus get away, Miss Joanna gonna start traveling. Oh boy. This is my first one of Mississippi. Texas, my first Texas. Yes. My godson from Texas. My niece live in Texas. Yes, so Oh, look in my look in. Oh, you talk about for um supporting the channel, or you want? Oh, that's great. Oh, oh, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. You know, Sunday we had a hallelujah good time on this channel. Yes, you know, some Sundays if my subscribers. Oh, oh, that's good. That's good. You know, some Sundays, if subscribers want me to, we have Sunday talk because we have a lot of Christian people on here. Like I say on Sundays, we go into scripture, or we just chat, whatever way, wherever the Spirit leads us. We chat. And remember last Sunday, we was on this thing for about 3 hours we were last Sunday. But anyway, yes, I'll come to y'all tomorrow and I'm gonna tell y'all about the side piece. That's gonna be the name of it. So I will put it up tonight, uh maybe early morning. I better put it up tonight. And it's gonna be called Side Piece. Okay? Side piece. Okay. I'm going to name it SOP. And for all of you that wanted to, because I'm not on any kind of monetary, somebody want to know how to give I'm not on any monetary. Um, okay, it's going to be good too. I'm not on any monetary on YouTube at all. You know that. And I do have, if you go into my description box, you'll see my Cash App. Some of my subscribers, they know you go into the description box. And I also do a kitchen. I let you in my kitchen sometime. I do my smoothies. So check my channel out. Just go through my channel and give me some watch hours. Yeah, just watch. I got a lot of videos. Now that you are a subscriber, in your spare time, on your job, wherever you can do it, watch your channel. Give me some watch hours, some thumbs up, and then that way, and then if you want to, like I say, uh, uh, contribute to the making of the videos and all this right here, because I get nothing from YouTube for what, 2 years, going on 2 years. Oh boy. But I have a Cash App in this description box. I don't know if it's on this one. It won't be on this one coming up. You have to go on another one and look on the subscription box, and you can find, like, I think they take $1 in the Cash App. Yeah, it's no certain amount. Like anything that you want to contribute, there's no thing to that. Well, one time gift or anytime you want to give anything, it's all right with me. I am retired. I'm not going back to work. I'm gonna dedicate my time and to my subscribers, because this is where my passion is, in writing, storytelling, and why not? I'm not going back to work. I'm not, and I'm gonna go on and work hard to get on YouTube monetary, things like that. And then my YouTubers won't have to worry about if I need a cook and somebody sending me $15 for a video to make a video and all this stuff. So, you won't have to even think about that. We're going to be on the way, and we are a family. So, go ahead on and press the thumbs up button when you come into the room. Ring the doorbell. That's the thumbs up to let me know you're there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you not have done it already. Tell a friend. That's sharing right there. The word of mouth is the best way to do it. Tell them to go look over there. And when they get there, ring the bell and subscribe to Miss Joanna. I count everyone a blessing, and I love you all so much. If you only knew how much, I really do. So What about tomorrow, you guys? I'll come back and I will. Okay, all right, then we'll do our Sunday talk tomorrow, and then we'll do our Sunday talk. We'll do our Sunday talk, Linda, and then we're gonna do our Sunday talk. Then what about if I tell you the story after the mixing with the Sunday talk like we did last Sunday? You know, it lasted for a while, and then if I come on, cause y'all got off there about it was 6 o'clock in Alaska. And it was what, 10 o'clock, some of y'all, 9 o'clock down there. Y'all was going to bed and going to work. So what if I make it early? What if I come on like 1 o'clock tomorrow or two? Yeah. And then that way we could stay up longer. We could do our Sunday talk, our prayers and stuff. And then I could do the side chick. Oh, hey honey. Delphine, where are you from? Put in the comment what state and city you coming from, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And did I tell y'all once we reach the limit the goal is 4,000 watch hours or 1,000 subscribers? Oh yes, honey. That's down in my hometown. Oh, that's you. I'm sorry, baby. You already a subscriber. I know. It's getting a lot now. You know, I'm getting up there in age. Yeah, but I missed you last Sunday. So we got some more scholars on here. Yeah, I know. That's right. That's that thing. I missed you last Sunday. So I'm coming on Sunday and I'll be on at 2 o'clock. That way we can all stay a little bit, y'all won't be all sleep and stuff having to go to work. So that's what I do. And but anyway, like I say, if you want to, I'm so happy, honey. I'm so happy. God is really blessing us. And everybody that subscribed to my YouTube channel will be blessed. Yes, you will be blessed. My YouTube channel is going to bless you some kind of way. I'm going to say something one day to change your life, to open up your eyes and your ears. You're going to hear something one day, either save your life, turn you around, set your feet on solid ground, take the veil off your eyes, listening ears going to hear everything. This is a blessed channel. Yes. But anyway, honey, I'm gonna let y'all go. So thank you for watching my channel, My Space in Your Place, Joanna, the storytelling channel. And I want to say to all you all, have a very nice evening. Bye bye until next time.